Welcome to Gaming Fire with Lord PeteyTV, here to give you some of the biggest news that I can see that is very interesting for the season, if you will, or in this past couple of days. So what I'm going to be talking about is I actually found one topic involving two things, and then another kind of interesting topic. So the first thing I want to talk about is it's actually a pretty interesting thing. First, make sure you end up hitting that subscribe button here so you can see when we're going to go live with our gaming news, and we try to do some every single, couple times a week. I greatly appreciate that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we're also on twitch.tv every single Monday through Friday, so please check that out. Now, the first thing I want to kind of talk to you all about is about this very interesting new MMO coming up from Ghostcrawler. Now, most people probably know Jeff Streets, who was a person who worked on the original, or I should say the older versions of World of Warcraft, who then went to Riot Games, has produced his own, and he has left Riot Games and now has produced his own studio, as we all spoke about here a couple of weeks ago. He is producing a new MMO called Project Ghost. Now, one of the things that he noticed, and one of the things that he saw, and he wanted to make sure that, we ended up doing here is he ended up noticing that a lot of people, well, I should say, let me take this back a step. They had a Q&A on Twitch, I think it was, or I think it was YouTube, and they ended up talking about a bunch of questions that people had about this new MMO. One of those things that they kind of had brought up was the use of add-ons. Now, if you play any MMOs, you will know that many people's UIs are very, very different. My UI is very different to another, and so on and so forth. But one thing I will say is that I think that UIs will also cause a problem within the games. And this is the positives and negatives. The positives is that UIs, which you end up taking and customizing them, can help you with lots of different fighting for dungeons or bosses and things like that, where on the other side, it feels that you have this loss of and separation of playing the game. So you have this division where you need to kind of figure out and fix. So you have to kind of play with that. Now, Final Fantasy XIV is notorious for removing all UI things. If they learn you have a damage meter, they will ban your account, or if you call people out because you have a damage meter, they'll ban your account. I mean, that is something that they end up doing. Now, this game that they are producing, the Project Ghost, we don't know what it's going to be, but they said that they're trying to stay away from having UI modifications. So I think that's, like I said, it's going to be a good thing because it's kind of forced people to kind of use a stock UI. So that means they need to make sure that everything they put into this game is going to be 100% doable, meaning movement graphics, meaning countdown timers, meaning, being able to see certain things, being able to have a clear, uncluttered screen. There's lots of things that go on with a UI when it comes to an MMO that makes it bigger and more beneficial. So we have to cross our fingers and pray to make sure that they end up doing this right, and hopefully they end up doing it. So I really, really hope that they do. Once again, the company that they ended up producing is called Fantastic Pixel Castle. Or I should say, I'm sorry, I pronounced it wrong. No, I said it right. Fantastic. Yeah, I said it right. I can't read my notes properly, so I apologize. So hopefully they end up, taking care of them, doing everything right. I'm just, like I said before, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, hoping they end up doing this properly. So thank you. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about. Now, full disclosure, I had already played this game. I am under NDA with this game, so I cannot really speak about much of this game. So the game being Thorne and Liberty. Now, Thorne and Liberty is supposed to be launching very, very soon. I think it's supposed to be launching in December. Now, they keep posting more and more trailers about the game itself. Now, I will say this about the game. Graphically, it is stunning. You can see that in all the previews and all the videos that they post. Their CGI videos that they are posting looks like a movie. It is amazing. One of the best CGI movies any individual can ever say that they've seen is Advent Kingdom, Final Fantasy VII. Oh, I'm sorry, not Advent Kingdom, Advent Child. My brain is like all over the place. And this, I feel like, is just up with that. It's just so well done. Now, they put out a trailer showing a little bit of like a fun boss fight type situation. There's no way that is the actual boss fight within the game, but it does show some of the characters and how they grow and change and things to entice people to want to play the game. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about Throne and Liberty is because, once again, comes out next week. Next month. And it really has a lot of, amazing feels to, like, for people that want to play these games. So, I wanted to say good luck. I hope you all enjoy it. And I hope you all take a look at it at least, and see how it goes, and like hopefully it'll be one of those new type of action type games. So you can only hope. So thank you so much, and check out those videos. Like I said, the artistry on it and the CGI team that made these videos are amazing. They're above and beyond. So great job. Now this is actually a two-part situation where I think it's actually something you want to know. Now, World of Warcraft, as you all know, it's one of my games I play consistently, and I'm always on it. The reason why I'm talking about this, I normally don't like talking about WoW because everyone knows I'm a little bit biased towards it, but this makes a lot of sense. So, World of Warcraft on November 30th is bringing up this thing called Season of Discovery. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what is Season of Discovery? Season of Discovery is them adding a whole bunch of different elements into this game to cause you to want to enjoy it and play it at a lower level. So they're actually making it so your max level is level 25. You're going into it with the thought process of you're going to level to level 25, and then you're going to find these little spice of life things around you, and then hopefully you're going to be able to progress. The first quote-unquote raid is supposed to be Blackrock Depths. Not Blackrock Depths. Blackrock Deep. Black Fathom Deep. Oh my God! Had to go into that little filing cabinet in my head. So that is also going to be there, and it's going to be really interesting. Now, what they're talking about right now is that they ended up possibly taking it and putting it up on the PTR accidentally. So, and they put a lot of fake things in there. Now, the reason that they did that is because they talked about it at BlizzCon on how they wanted to make sure they gave people the opportunity to discover new items together as the game goes live. Now, as the game goes live, meaning when it comes out on November 30th, putting stuff into the PTR is actually going to hinder that. So I think they're going to be putting in a bunch of different things in weird places and scenarios, maybe different items or different things to see how things go. And I think that the Season of Discovery, they are redeveloping the game in a different way to allow people to play it for with a different eye. I personally enjoyed Hardcore. I do not like playing Classic WoW. Hardcore I thought was a really, really cool aspect. Got my druid to a level 8 and died. Don't want to talk about it. That really made me sad because I wasn't watching. The other thing was that, Classic game's been around almost 20 plus years. People are going to want to play it. They weren't even born then. So it really gives a good idea for those individuals to see it. So this is a different way to play the game and the content that they already produced, which is going to be pretty nice for them. Now, the last portion of this, and it kind of ties into it, is there was a discussion on Reddit about Season of Discovery, which I thought was very interesting and why I want to continue to talk about it. One of the things that New World did, which was very, very smart, and I think that WoW is going to have to adopt it, and I agree with them, is the fact that the servers for Season of Discovery are going to have to be eventually merged. You're going to have a player base that's going to be playing, and it's going to be great, and then you're going to have to force a merger. And the reason why is because I think that during the beginning, you're going to have a surge, and then it's just going to decrease and dissipate. So I think that that is going to be something that's going to be necessary, and I'm hoping that people end up doing that. And we'll see. And then whenever they put a patch out, they should do a free transfer to a different server. When you end up doing a free transfer to another server, if you got a whole guild or whatever, you can transfer as many people back. Then, a couple of months later, if you need, you can remerge the servers. My personal opinion, that's what I think it should be. We'll see how that goes. It's definitely going to be, a very, very interesting launch or a relaunch or secondary launch, whatever you want to call it for the game. We can only see how it goes. So, anyhow, once again, my name is Lord PeteyTV. I am here to talk to you about, your biggest gaming news possible that I see, and I think that, it's pretty interesting. Make sure you hit that subscribe button here. Make sure you go to our Twitch channel, hit follow. If you're looking to support the channel, you can always subscribe on Twitch. You can always, go down below into our merch store. Make sure you pick up some of our merch, show it around. I'm going to put together some really, really cool Gaming Fire stuff too, and things like that. So, can only hope. So, thanks to everyone. Dream big, keep gaming. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will see you very soon. All right. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.